Good morning, my dear students. As usual, hope you fine. Now, we can move to our text. In our last class, we complete our story. Do you remember our story? What's the name of our story? Yes, how far is the river? And who is the author? Ruskin Bond. And do you remember the story? Do you remember? Can you say something? Yes, the boy who need to travel to reach the river, and he tell to the beauty of nature, and finally he completed his wish. So I hope all of you read our textbook, and I got your answers. Last class I told you to write the scaffolding questions. So all of you write that. So now we can move to our other activities. Before that, we only say about the author name, Ruskin Bond. Now here you can see a small description, a small profile of our author. Now shall we read that? Yes. Okay. Now all of you please take page number 12. Okay? Yes. So do you remember that? What's the name of the author? Ruskin Bond. Yes. Now listen. Ruskin Bond, 1934, is an Indian writer who writes in English. He is an Indian English writer. He has written novels and poems and is known mostly for his contribution to children's literature. He has more than 500 short stories to his credit. So here it is a small brief description of Ruskin Bond. Now I give you a work. What's that? You should write more about the author Ruskin Bond. For next class, all of you must write about a profile of the author Ruskin Bond. Okay? Now we can move to the activities. Take page number 13. Our first activity. You have read the story, How Far is the River? Haven't you? Now try to remember the story and complete the following suitably. Here you can see 4 columns. In the middle of that column there is written our story's name. What's the story's name? How far is the river? So surrounded that there are 4 columns. Each column there is a question. Now we can move to the first question. The sentences that impressed you the most. The first sentence is the sentences that impressed you the most. Which sentence? Here lot of sentences are there in this picture. So which sentence you like the most? Which sentence impressed you most? For me, for example, I am impressed a sentence. What's that? Please listen. Page number 10, last paragraph. The hill was covered with lush green ferns. The trees were wooden creepers, and a great wild dahlia suddenly reared its golden head from the leaves and ferns. Why I am like this sentence? Because the author describes the beautiful nature. That's why I impressed these lines. So everybody, everyone you had read this sentence. So some sentence you impressed most. So write any one sentence in the first column. You should write this activity in your textbook and your notebook too. Okay? So impressed, the sentence that you impressed the most. You written only one sentence. Okay? Now we can move to the second. The moment you enjoyed the most. So second question. Which moment you enjoyed the most? That also there are so many sentences are there. So which moment you enjoyed the most? I enjoyed. That is the village boy and our boy. They are talking each other. They are spending a lot of time. They shared their food. That time I enjoyed from this chapter. That is very attractive to us. So for this you also enjoyed a lot of things. So which sentence you enjoyed most? That you written in the second question. Okay? Now come to the third question. The characters who touch your heart. Here we learned so many characters. Who are the characters? The boy, woodcutter, the village girl, and finally the village boy. So there are mainly 4 characters. Which character you touch your heart? Which character you like the most? That you written from here. So write the name. If you like the boy, just explain why the boy you like. That's only. Now I hope you this is very easy activity. So, you can written very easily. Now, last question. The pictures that flash through your mind. So, while we read this passage, that picture is in our mind. Which picture is flashed in your mind? So, write that picture. Here there is a picture. A parrot is just flew around the head. That is a picturization. So, that way which picture is flashed in your mind? This is how the first activity. I hope you understand this question. If there is any doubt, you can call me. Okay. Now, we can move to the second one. So, once again I said that first question, the sentence that impressed you the most. Second one, the moment you enjoyed the most. And third one, which character you liked the most. And fourth one, the pictures that flashed through your mind. Okay. Now, we can move to the second activity. Here are the thoughts of a boy after his nature walk it. Now, read it. Here is a paragraph, we can read that. Recently, I visited a mountain valley, the magnificent valley of Kashmir. It was surrounded by snow-capped lofty mountains, which made it a land of springs and beautiful lakes. For a moment, I wondered whether I was in heaven. Really? Kashmir is a land of paradise. This is the small description while the boy just walk in the nature. So, what is it? Recently, I visited a mountain valley. So, I went to the mountain valley. So, from the what I am seeing the magnificent valley. What do you mean by the magnificent? Extremely beautiful, very beautiful valley of Kashmir. It was surrounded by the snow-capped lofty mountain. What do you mean by snow-capped? That means the mountains are covered with snow, which made it a land of springs and beautiful lakes. So, in the Kashmir, there are a lot of mountains are there, beautiful valleys are there, and the mountains are covered with snow, and lot of lakes are there. For a moment, I wondered. So, for a moment, I just thought whether I was in heaven. So, I thought that now I am in a heaven. Really? Kashmir is a land of paradise. Paradise is also the meaning is heaven. Now, what's the work? Identify the words or phrases he used to express his thoughts. Write them below. Here you can see 2 lines. So, this activity you done it in your textbook. No need to write in your notebook. Please note that first activity you should write in your text and note also. Second activity only you should write in your textbook. Okay. Now, what's that? Identify the words or phrases the boy used to express his thoughts. So, the words or phrase, that means which word is described. Here, for example, recently I visited a mountain valley, the magnificent valley of Kashmir. So, here the person who described valley a word. Which word is described for valley? Do you understand that? Which word is described for valley? There is a word here. Please look at your textbook and say which word? Yes, magnificent. Magnificent means extremely beautiful valley. So, the expressed word is magnificent for the valley. So, first word or phrase is magnificent. Magnificent is described for what? Valley. For that, there are some words in next. Which are they? Just I say now, you should note it. Mountains. Here there is a word for mountains. Which word that? Snow-capped. Snow-capped lofty mountains. The mountain expressed, the described word is snow-capped lofty mountain. That is one example. The next one, lakes. Which word is described for lakes? Beautiful, beautiful lakes is described here. And last one, Kashmir, heaven. There is a word to describe Kashmir. What is that? Land of paradise. Okay? Yes. That's only a simple work for the second activity. So, only you should write these words. First one is magnificent valley. Second one is snow-capped lofty mountains, and third one is beautiful lakes, and last one land of paradise to describe the place Kashmir. Okay. Now it's almost complete. Now we can move to the next one. So now I said 3 works, but 2 works you should write in notebook and 1 work is in textbook. Okay. Yes. Now take page number 40. I am just discuss, you not write it in your notebook, just I will tell. Okay. The boy who goes in search of the river feels discouraged. When he misses the village boy, he looks up and down the mountain path, but sees no one. His own home is hidden from view by the side of the mountain, and the river is not in sight either. He wishes someone were with him. What would be his thoughts at that time? Write them below. So you should write in this textbook. So what's the question? We know that the story, the boy was discouraged at the last part. So why he is so discouraged? Because there is no person to talk with the boy, and there is no home, no field, something like that. Only loneliness and forest are in that place. So that's why the boy was so discouraged. And at the same time, what was the thought of that boy in that time while he is alone and he is so discouraged at that time? What is the thought? What will be the thought of that boy? Can you imagine that? Yes, everyone has their own idea about his thoughts. So write 2 or 3 sentences about his thought and write it in your textbook. Okay? When I am saying to rewrite in your notebook, that time you should write it in your notebook. Now you should write it in your textbook. Okay, what's the work? Write the thought of the boy while he was in discouraged. Okay? Do you understand the question? If you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay? Now we can move to the 4th one. The following are the description of a path to the hill. Read them. Here you can see 2 columns and there is a description of the nature. Please listen. The path was steep. It was a dizzying, winding one. The hill was covered with lush green ferns. The trees are wound with creepers, and a great wild dahlia would suddenly rear its golden head from the leaves and ferns. A trickle of water came from the hillside. The water was cold and sharp, but very refreshing. This is the first A part column. Now we can move to the B part. The path was steep. The hill was covered with ferns, trees and dahlias. Water came from the hillside. The water was refreshing. Which part is more impressive, more catchy, A or B? Please read that 2 columns. Which one is more impressive or which one is more great description about which sentence? A part or B part? Yes, B part. A part is more describe the nature. Is it correct? Yes. So below that there are some questions are there. Please listen that. Which description is more interesting? Yes, already I asked the same question. Which description is more interesting? Yes, very good. A section is, A part is very interesting. So please write in that place A and move to the second question. List the words which added greater effect to the description. Here are some words is there. So describe some words. Which are they? For example, it was a dizzy, winding one. The hill was covered with lush green ferns, like that. Some words are there. So identify the words. And third one, find out the words that describe the place. Some words are describe the place. So you should identify that too also and write it in the textbook itself. Okay, no need to write in your notebook. Okay. Then activity 5. Imagine that several years the boy visits the place again. He notices that the place has changed a lot. It has become tourist spot now. That imagine that the river after long years, the boy came and revisit that the same river and that place a lot of changes are there and now the place is tourist spot. What could be the changes? Describe it in your own words. So what are the changes in that place? So describe the place in your own words. This activity you should write in your textbook. Okay? Yes. Remember, once again I read the question. Imagine that after several years, the boy visits the place again. He notices that the place has changed a lot. It has become a tourist spot now. What could be the changes? Describe it in your own words. So, what are the changes in that place? So, describe it in your own words. You can write at least 3 or 4 sentences. What are the changes appear in that place? Okay, that activity. Activity 5 you should write in your text, no, not in your notebook. Okay. Now, once again I said the follow-up activities are: first one. What's the first one? Yes, write a profile of our author. Yes. Then second one. Which activity I will give the second one? Yes, complete the table. Yes. And third one. It only you should write in your textbook also. That means there are describing some words or phrases. Now fourth one. Fourth ones also you should write in your textbook and notebook too. There is a space there, so 2 or 3 lines you should write in your textbook and a brief description write it in your notebook. What's that? Thought of the boy. Yes. Then fourth and fifth activity. Fourth activity you should write in your textbook, and last one, describe the place it in your words. That you should write in your textbook. Yes, description of the tourist spot. Now we can move to the next page, page number 15. Yes, please listen that. I hope you understand up to this. If there is any doubt, you can call me or WhatsApp me. Okay. Now shall we move to the next? Are you ready? Yes. Yes. The boy notices a few placards and posters with slogans written by lovers of nature. Read the slogan. So, do you know what do you mean by slogans and posters? Do you see anywhere? Yes, very good. So, here are some placards are there. What's that? Save trees, save water. So, activity is poster or placards. Now, you should write only the slogans in the placards. What's the topic? Lover of nature. So, you should write about nature, the placards related with nature. 2 placards are here, 2 slogans are here. What's that? Save trees, save water. Save trees, help us breathe. Below that, what is the message conveyed in the above slogans? What is these 2 messages? What do you understand from this message? Yes, you should protect our nature. We should protect our nature, and every time we want to protect, we want to save our nature. So, save trees, save water, save trees, help us breathe. So, if we protect our trees, then only we can get the good breath, good air. Okay. Now, write 2 other slogans on the need to conserve nature. How we protect our nature. There are 2 space here. Which type of slogans you write here? Say something. Yes, save trees. That's all. That's okay. Then next one. What's that? Save plants. Okay, good. Then say something. Yes. Now I am writing 2 slogans here for example, and you should write another 2 slogans. Okay. Draw a placard, then you write 2 slogans. So what's the Now, all of you please listen to slogans I will write. After that, you should prepare to another slogans. Okay. Yes. This is something like that, the placard. What's that? Save plants, save nature. Then next one. Yes, be human and save our nature. Okay, do you understand that? Now I hope you understand very well. So these are two examples of slogans of nature. Now you should prepare another two slogans. Okay, so there is another poster here. Please listen that. I hope you understand what is slogan and how to write slogans. Okay, please draw like this, and inside that column you should write the slogans. Okay, now look at what is poster. What is the difference between poster and slogan? In slogan we just write a little sentence, a small sentence only inside that, but poster we must add more that. What's that? Look at the poster against deforestation. Yes, listen. Lend a helping hand. Stop deforestation, save nature. Do not cut the trees. No trees, no man. What's the difference you find that? Slogans and poster. In slogans only we just 2 or 3 words are in that. But poster, there is a lot of words, lot of sentence, pictures, everything you can add in the poster. So you can see the picture here, a poster picture. Now, below that there are some questions based on the poster. What's that? What do you see in this poster? What do you see in this poster? Write in the boxes given below. There are so many columns you can see. So, each column you write based on that poster. The first one, title. What is the title in that poster? First title, first heading, that is title. Title means the heading of that poster. What's the heading? Lend a helping hand. So, in the first line you should write lend a helping hand. Below that, illustration. So, what are the message you gave that? What are the pictures in that poster? Yes, a picture of boy on a tree trunk, a girl beneath the tree, then picture of some trees cut down with an axe. These are the some pictures inside that is illustration, that is the some picture based on the poster. Once again, lending a hand, that is title. Illustration, that means picture of a boy on the tree, a girl beneath the tree, picture of some trees cut down, something like that. Then next is slogan. Which are the slogans here? Stop deforestation, save nature. Then do not cut trees. Is slogan? No. Here slogan is stop deforestation and save nature. Then instruction. There in that poster there is an instruction. What's that? Do not cut the trees. And there is a message. Last one, there is a message. What's that? No trees, no man. If there is no trees, no man is there. So, in the slogan and poster, please understand what's the difference between slogan and poster. Please write this columns, complete this column based on the slogans. Now, we can wind up today's class. I hope you understand very well all our activities. If there is any doubt, you can ask me. Okay? Thank you.